Hi guys, it's me, Stefanie Maegan, your host of Breakup Therapy. Guess the fuck what?
I'm still your co-host, Rose McAleese.
Today we got Layla Woo, from the Unmasked Project podcast.
She's living that best life in which she told us a little bit about. She checked in with us.
And we read a listener email and gave some advice on trauma, therapy, being a parent, all of it. I mean, we talked about it all.
As we always do.
This was a good conversation.
It was absolutely fantastic. Yeah. I loved it so much. I really did. I feel like it was really educational. And we also talked about how we need to change our, I guess, how we view boundaries and like how we talk about boundaries. Trigger warning, lots of boundaries.
Yeah.
So be about it.
Trigger warning, lots of boundaries.
Lots of boundaries. You know, some people ain't down for that shit. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Give us 5 stars, leave a review, share with your friends, call your exes. Don't call your exes. Maybe.
I'm always, no.
okay,
Well, on this podcast, we did talk about how I had to call a bunch of ex hookups. But you'll learn later.
Yeah, we'll learn that later. Yeah, anyways, I love you guys. Enjoy the episode after the break. Growth therapy.
When you are like thinking back on a memory, can you see it? Like, you can see it.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
I can smell it sometimes.
Okay. A lot of people don't have that either.
There's 4 stages of that. If someone was to say, imagine an apple, some people think of the outline of an apple.
I can remember how things feel.
Yeah.
I'm tasting an apple right now.
Mm-hmm.
See, and then there's some people that the second one is you see the apple, but it's in like kind of black and white. Mm-hmm. And then the third stage is you see a red apple. Mm-hmm. And then the fourth one is you can taste a red apple. You can see a red apple, the textures of a red apple. Now you're thinking about green apples. Now you're thinking about different apples. Now you're thinking about 1,000 apples. And you could see like a buildup of an apple.
My tongue is swelling right now thinking about a green apple.
Now I want an apple.
Well, because when I look at menus at restaurants, that's how I do it. Is I look at each thing and I taste it. And I go, no, I don't want that. And I taste each thing that I look at in a menu.
I feel like I do that too. I never realized that.
How do you know if you're in the mood for that? If you're not, how do you not taste it?
Yeah, that's why. But sometimes I need to see pictures though.
I like pictures.
I don't do well with like
I
words.
love an IHOP menu.
Oh, I love an IHOP. Because you can really taste it as you look at it.
Yeah, that Cinnabon.
I'm like, okay, I don't want a sweet breakfast. I want a savory breakfast.
Right. So let's do the Grand Slam sandwich.
Yeah. That's literally it.
Shut the fuck up. That's amazing.
That's so
bitch, and you said the bad word, though. You said Cinnabon. Now I could smell it.
I know. I think I'm going to order it on my way home so it's at my doorstep when I get home. Not to make you guys jealous.
I'm going to do that. No, I'm going to do that. Girl, I'm going to get them sent here.
That's a good idea. Like before you leave.
I was going to say,
have it on the way back home.
I want that grainy cinnamon sugar in my mouth.
Oh. I just want like the warmth, the texture of the fluffiness, the inside.
Mm-hmm. The best way to eat a Cinnabon, I think, is to unravel it, right? Uh-huh. And you eat the bad, which is the outside.
Yep.
You eat that first.
Yeah.
And then to make when you pull it out, like you're like basically kind of like a ribbon, then you can get everything. You can get a little bit of the inside, some of the outside, you know, so you can like distribute it is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, so you eat very particular ways. How do you eat a Reese's cup?
Oh, I poke out the middle.
Okay. I didn't mean to hit you so hard.
I'm
very excited.
Do it again.
So you take the middle out and then you eat the middle first.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with the other guy?
And I eat it all around like a ring.
I take my tongue and I lick the peanut butter out of the inside.
Okay.
Of like the edges.
Ooh. Come on, bisexual panic. Let's go.
No, I just take a bite.
But you're a nibbler.
I'm a nibbler. But, well, I can be specific. Like my hot Cheetos, I have to like lick it.
You lick it before.
or suck on it depending on how much flavor it has on there.
Like each one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's we have who was the one that says they eat them with chopsticks? I know
That's
a girl
not me.
that eats them with
I
chopsticks.
love when my
I don't want to meet
fingers
that
get
guy.
dusty.
Yeah. Well, we bonded
and, like,
over
scrape
that
it with your teeth. Yeah.
I had a friend that was like she eats them with chopsticks.
That's
like she doesn't want to. And I was like, damn, you're missing out on this part, which is the best.
Okay, sometimes.
Let's go.
So like the bottom of a Lay's like bag, I'm like eating the Lay's, and then there's these little crummies, and then I'll lay in. I pretty much only eat in bed because I'm a garbage person, and then I take my spoon and I'm eating the crumbs of the potato chips with a spoon in bed.
Oh, no, that's the only way
smart.
to do it. No,
What?
girl,
With a
I know.
spoon.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I don't do that.
Do you
but
know
I
the
feel
other
like I
trick,
should.
though, that you can do is just cut the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can just, or cut a corner and then you can just basically
Sprinkle it.
in.
I
Sprinkle
love
it on
with like
top
hot
of stuff.
What, in your
Cheeto
mouth?
puffs.
Yeah, in your mouth. Just,
I'm too messy.
Oh,
I love
fair.
a spoon because there's more
Spoon
control.
works.
I like that.
I like
I'm actually going to
control.
try that, because especially for Lay's, because it breaks so easily. So
Yeah.
there's always so many tiny like crumbs. So that's perfect. Hot Cheeto puffs, they leave so much flavor at the end of the bag. So when you're done, I like to get like my fingers that's already been licked and sucked on to like swipe through, and I have another fucking huge layer of just like hot Cheeto dust on my fucking finger.
Have you eaten it with cream cheese yet? I know.
Oh, yes. But in high school, but I feel like that's like
It's so nostalgic.
it's a nostalgia. It's like a 2000s thing.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
I had never experienced hot Cheetos until like a year ago. I know. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Broke Girl. So,
I know we'll do the intro later, but what the fuck?
because I don't like spicy things.
Oh, so you were like gradually into it. Now,
Yeah,
now
okay.
you get.
I get it.
Okay.
Because there is a flavor. Because it can be a little spicy, but it's more about that flavor.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, I
then-
do love the extra hot.
I know.
Do you have spicy poops?
No, I have spicy acid
Burps.
reflux.
Yeah, I was going to say
Oh,
it's the other
I've
way.
like thrown up. I went through a period in time where I would eat hot Cheetos. No matter, it could be like early in the day, later day, middle of the day. But if I had hot Cheetos, a whole bag of hot Cheetos that day, I'm going to bed and I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night throwing up. And so I would throw up all of my hot Cheetos. And then also there's that fucked up part of me where it's like, well, I guess it didn't count. But
Right.
but it's, I know.
EDs, they're
Yeah.
fine.
But like I didn't make myself throw up because of it. It was just like it happens. So like, but like it's fine. But it would hurt.
Healthy spin.
Oh, yeah.
So it
coming
like
out.
also was just like, well, fuck. So I think for me to like make me feel better, it's like it doesn't count. But it was just like painful to the point that now I have to take a pill before I fucking eat hot Cheetos in order to not throw up.
How often do you eat hot Cheetos?
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, I understand.
Actually, I feel like you're due in an hour or
Yeah,
so.
no, I mean, I do have some hot Cheeto asteroids in the pantry somewhere.
Yeah.
I do interventions. We'll
Yeah.
talk later.
Yeah.
How your hot Cheetos has affected my life.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways,
But no, they're the best hot Cheetos.
I love hot Cheetos, and it's in my cover photo.
I know.
It's in there for a reason because it's a part of my problem.
See, the
really
intervention
is.
part of it all.
Yeah,
It's a
there
part
it
of
is.
the issues here.
Just because I still love the snack attack conversation we're having, do you guys eat Twix a special way?
I do.
Okay, is it what okay.
No, I know.
What, okay, do you?
Okay, but
Okay,
when
ready?
yeah.
How do you eat your Twix?
Okay, so I have my one Twick, and I turn it upside down. So the cookie is on the top, and then I take my
Keep going.
I take my bottom teeth and I graze it over like that to get all the chocolate and the caramel, and then I will eat the cookie after that.
You and I are very similar. I hold the one Twick, right, caramel side up, and I will eat just the caramel, and I will throw away the cookie.
Well, you just eat caramel.
Just
Also
caramel.
caramel.
But here's the thing. Now my sister and I, like, because we convinced, I don't know why or how we did it, but we convinced our dad to get us like a Costco size pack of Twix. And he was like, okay, fine. And it worked. I think he had like a method to his madness, which was
smoke a whole carton of cigarettes.
Exactly. And now I can't eat Twix as much. Like, it's not something I crave anymore. But me and her had to figure out like inventive ways to eat these Twix. But now, because we're also like tea drinkers, Twix the cookie part at the bottom is the best bicky. So like we would eat all the caramel, and then I would put it in the freezer. Right, the cookie part, and then later when I had my cup of tea, I would then use it to like dip in my tea and use it for my like soggy biscuit means something different in this country than it does over there. But like you would play soggy biscuit with it, and then you would just basically eat
way
it.
too many. So you lost me at
Eating a Twix.
eating a Twix.
That's totally fine.
I don't even know what. Like I was staring at you, being like, where. I don't even
I used to
understand
just
what's
throw
happening.
away. I just used to want to eat the caramel and the chocolate, and that was it.
Interesting.
But now I just like no. But
God.
now I can't eat a Twix to this. I just like I miss
I
it.
just
But
eat a fucking Twix like a regular ass.
you just bite it.
I just bite it, chew, swallow. It's
What's it like to be normal?
Yeah,
Just be nice.
but I will say this is kind of the unnormal thing about me. Try to be a little pick me and be like, I'm cool and unnormal too.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, how can you relate to us right now?
I know. I'm like,
come on.
look at me trying to relate. But this is like, no one ever likes this, but I love stale hot Cheetos.
I get it. Nope. I get it.
I get it. I mean, rarely do I ever get it stale because I can't. I don't have enough self control to have a bag open for that.
And you forgot you opened that bag and you found it at the bottom of your purse, and it's
yep.
It's like fries. It's like hard. It's so.
Or you go to someone's house and they did it or something. You know,
and you're like, I'll eat them.
They're
like, I'll throw these away, and you're like, nope.
No.
And one of the best ways to rehydrate them, lime juice. You just squeeze it.
Yeah, I'm not into lime with hot Cheetos. It's the only thing that a lot of people do like that.
I don't like stale anything.
That's the only. I get that though.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
No, you guys are unique in that way.
Okay, you're not.
One day you'll get there. You just
I'm
got
the normal
to
one
Cheetos.
Here.
Like you just got here.
Yeah,
so I think we need to
give me a minute.
Yeah, because it's not like any regular stale chip. Yeah, it's like a really good.
Do you like stale potato chips too?
You know, I don't mind them actually.
Do you?
Yeah. No, I
not
think
as much as like stale hot Cheetos. Like stale hot Cheetos are so good.
It's a texture thing.
Yeah,
like
it's a texture thing.
Yeah,
it's like chewier.
Also, yes and no. You know what I mean? Because if you get, it depends.
It's like the flavor like lingers a little longer.
Yeah, it's like they're marinated.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, got some barbecue sauce.
Right? Yeah. It's like whatever, you know.
Some sweet baby rays, just smothered on top of it. It's the best. It's one of those things.
And it like bursts in your mouth a little bit because it like gets all gooey and it stays in there a little bit longer.
Yeah, and it like kind of like gets stuck in your teeth.
I can't stop making this face.
Yeah,
I'm like trying to fix my face.
I love it. Justice for stale hot Cheetos. Anyways,
I'm happy for you.
How are you, bitch? It's been a minute.
I know.
We haven't done like a little trio, and we've
never
done a trio.
Yes, the first
you just met her.
Yes.
Well,
I feel
like
like
my birthday.
Yeah. I feel like I've known you forever, though. And I told Cody that the second I got home, I was like, I know Rose. I don't know how I know her, but I know her.
Wait, that really touched me. I don't know if you know, but like when you came to my birthday and I saw you, I like literally everyone was like, dude, you like lit the fuck up. And I was like, no, you guys don't understand. I just met her that night. like I know her.
Yeah.
But and we've like texted and we've been in a group chat, but I was like, literally people were like, you've known her for years, right? And I was like, no, actually.
People said the same thing to me. They're like, how long have you been best friends forever? And I'm like, I just met her today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I feel like I get you. Like, you were either like a soulmate of mine in another life,
okay,
or like maybe I was like your cat in another life, or like you were in my life in another life, but I don't know at what capacity, but like, there's a soulmate level thing here.
That's how I feel about you too. Like I feel like it's so crazy that you just got here, but I feel like you've been here. You know what I mean?
Have you not? How? But like,
and it's crazy like how we even know her, like how she even came about.
It's because I dated Nicole and Cody dated Cammie, and so
we talked about
it.
Her and her husband and the whole like situation with the twins was the whole topic of discussion at our San Francisco live show, and I didn't even have met her at that time. That was like. I think around the first time I like heard about her.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
because I'm really curious about it because I've been
love talking about myself.
Sorry, because it's about this.
Yes,
the San Francisco show. What is it like being a storyline on someone's podcast?
I love it.
You did love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I totally did because our situation was so unique that I was like, this. We're all doing this for free. Like, come on.
Fair.
Fair. And I kind of liked being like a little like secret, like, oh, I'm Elle, you know, like a little like, I thought it was cute and fun and like mysterious. Yeah. And I thought it was all very fun.
Oh, I like that.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about me on a podcast.
That's why.
Like, I don't think I've ever been a storyline.
Oh, okay.
How would you feel being a storyline on someone's podcast?
I low-key would love it because and this is why I always get like weirded out when people get weird when I talk about them, because I'm like, how great is it to hear how other people talk about you when you're not in the room?
Right.
To have that opportunity, which is scary, right? But like, I want to fucking know, especially if I'm like dating someone or whatever the situation is. It's like, I wonder how they explain it to their friends, because I know what my experience was in this situation and I could talk about it a million times on my show, but like to hear it from like the other side in a different show is like interesting. And not even just with dating, just like, let's say, you know, I had beef with like my high school friends. If they had a podcast that talks about me, like, would I fucking tune in? Hell fucking yeah. Would I be pissed? Probably.
It's flattering.
It's flattering and it's interesting.
I want to see your perception of me.
Yeah. Maybe that's like fucked up.
No, I think it's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Like good or bad, I want to hear what your perception of me is.
And you're talking about when I'm not in the room.
Right.
That doesn't ever happen where you get to hear how people talk about you when you're not in the room.
Right. Like I think I'm fascinated by hearing people's truths, and it can be hard to speak your truth to that person directly. And then when you're with friends, you can speak your truth. And because, my husband and I, we would listen back to Double Teamed, back in the day when we were dating them, and we would hear them kind of, digest things together. And we're like, oh yeah, that is like,
it's like to see how they talk about you with their friends and how they dissect the situation and what they took from it. Like, you can learn so much about yourself through that and being like, oh, I can understand why they felt that way or how that came across, like, I think that there's something that's like, I don't know, really interesting about that. So when other people get upset that I maybe have spoken about them, even if I didn't say their name, they're just like, oh, you talked about me. But I'm like, okay, like I'm also saying it to your face too, but like how cool is it to be able to hear that in a different setting, like I'm sorry you feel uncomfortable
and
with
this was my experience that I was going through, and that's my truth. And if you're not happy with it, like you need to like figure out why you're not okay with that. Or if you're like, that's not true, that's not how it happened, then be okay with that. Be like, okay, that's not how it happened for me anyway, la, 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 la. But if like, no, that's not how it happened, you need to believe how I perceived it.
Right.
I guess, that's my follow-up question on that is then you don't feel the need to then kind of defend yourself or like to be like, Brooke, excuse me, Your Honor, like my client would like to, cross-examine.
Never.
I've never, if someone else talked about me in a podcast, I mean, I think I would probably feel that way.
Okay.
But I think that's why I have my show, is because like I'm able to give a voice to myself.
Yeah.
But I think that's what it is, right? Is that like maybe some people don't feel like they have a voice. They're not the type to like maybe speak up or maybe publicize it. Not a lot of people are like very public about the way that they feel, or nor would they upload it onto the internet. And I understand that too, like the sense of privacy. But for me, I'm like, talk your shit, but just know I have a platform that I create for myself where I'm going to give my perspective too. To me, I'm like, cool, but I could give what you said to me and share that story or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Like I dated the lead singer in this band for a bit a couple of months ago. And when we broke up, it was pretty awful for him. It was a big heartbreak for him because he had never fallen in love before. And so it was a huge heartbreak for him, and it broke my heart, but it was not super amicable kind of breakup. Like it was a little messy. And
he wrote a song.
He wrote a song.
That is the biggest form of fucking flattery. Yes, that's my dream.
And he was like,
a song written about
what
me.
you've done to me, and like, da-da-da-da, and I blah, 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 and just like going and getting all angsty. And all of my friends are like, fuck that guy. And I was like, I'm so happy for him.
Yes, I'm the same
so
way.
Happy
I would
for
view
him.
it the same.
I'm proud
way.
of him for using.
Yes.
I know you're like, where is he?
No, I love this.
I'm
I know
so
I want to fight
proud
him,
of
but
him.
Using art, you're using it in a way to. Yeah, I think that's beautiful. Like he's hurt by that. Like.
Mm-hmm. And he, there were some lyrics where I was like, wow, that was a reach. But like, if that was...
It's because it rhymed with the line before and it needed to make sense to the story.
Yeah, he's like, I walked in on you with him. I was like, my husband?
No, Jesus also, that's not like a diss in an open marriage. Like, bro,
you're like...
Yeah, he's a rock star, not a rapper. It's different vibes,
I know my ex was the one before Brian, like rapped and make music too. Mm-hmm. And like after we broke up, like I did go public on my show and like talked about it. That was a whole thing a few years ago. But like I was waiting for a diss track. I was waiting for like a mixtape.
Were you pissed you didn't get one?
Yeah, I'm pissed he hasn't released music since. And like and trust me, I've checked a few times throughout the years just to see, because I want a diss track.
But wait,
I want it because I went on my podcast and used my form of art to express what I was going through. Mm-hmm.
Did you not feel enough?
Right. But I
also feel like that's kind of a flex. This man has not created music since he broke up with you. Ooh, you actually pushed that man out of art. Like this man can't make good shit now that you're not around.
I don't know if that's a compliment or if that's...
I feel like that's a flex.
I'm like, I got a man to quit music, something he loves.
You got a man to quit something he loves.
I fucked him up that bad. Well, no, he didn't. I
just have to say,
I was very supportive and loving.
I think that's a different type of...
I don't even think that has anything to do with me, and it more so is about. I think I played maybe a small role, but it wasn't because of me. You know what I mean? I think there's like a bigger thing beyond that.
Yeah.
That is out of my control. But like that is kind of a funny thing to say because it's like afterwards, where's the fucking music? When we were together, there was more music. And when before me, there was, and like now you
just
you know?
Sometimes it really, it forms, there's that whole debate right now.
But I would still love a diss track.
Oh, we'll get you a diss track. Don't worry.
Okay.
We'll get you somehow.
And my dream is to be that girl in the intro of the song on a voicemail. Use my voicemail. And I don't know who the fuck
that?
Yes!
I would love that too.
My God,
that is my dream. Scripted or not. Hit me up if you guys are listening. If you are a rapper, rock star, I don't even give a fuck what kind of music you make, as long as it's good, because I want to be on at least a good song.
Okay.
Like, I'll be the girl, toxic girl, or
Here,
whatever.
Leave your message right now.
Right.
No.
Okay.
What would your message sound like so people can do their edits?
Oh my God, that's so smart.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to tap in.
Tap into Bella.
It's been a really long time since
Tap
I
into Bella Hadid at the beginning of that Weekend song.
Oh, no, I need to tap into something.
Think of any. I'm sure you'll cut this part, but like think of any ex-boyfriend. That
Think of him. Think of the diss track. Hey, babe, I've been waiting for that diss track.
Yeah. Should I say his rapper name too?
Yes.
Yeah. Why not?
No, I'm embarrassed.
Now you want to be embarrassed.
I know, but just like it's on the spot. Like let me think about it a little bit.
Okay, think about it.
No.
What if you don't look at you?
Because I'm gonna forget.
Okay, do it.
We're not looking.
No, I'm embarrassed. Okay, wait. You write it for me. Be my ghostwriter.
Okay, it would be like this. It would be like, hey, rapper, I saw
Hey,
what you posted.
Zotowski. I saw that you haven't been making music lately.
And I just wanted to know.
Just wanted to know.
Was it anything I did?
Did I fuck you up that bad?
And if I did,
I'm
going to be real honest.
I'm going to be really honest with you.
I don't think it was me.
I don't think it was me.
I think it was you the whole time.
You were the problem, boo. You did this to yourself. I was good for you. You make good music. But guess what? I'm doing better.
Click.
Drop.
See?
Hang up. There we go.
Don't you miss the days of flip phones?
Yeah.
It was so satisfying.
Like, call me later. Bye.
Yeah, right.
No, don't call me later.
Yeah.
Just use this and
That's
put it in your
perfect.
song. Oh, if he is listening to this, really make Zotowski, if you're listening to this, make this into a diss track.
She wants it.
I want it.
Even
Diss
if
me.
it's okay, you want to be dissed. What?
Guys, I know what I'm gonna do for my birthday.
You want a diss track party?
No, well,
a roast?
close. Okay, guys, yeah, and you're both invited.
Spit roast. Sorry.
So
I got some people.
I already have it in the works. I have it. And we're gonna get to emails. We're gonna get to emails after this, but I
Okay.
just need to share what I'm gonna do for my birthday. And you guys can see it. I don't really care. But okay, so I'm gonna rent our recording studio. Yes,
Girl.
I told you. I'm gonna rent our recording studio, and it's like for 6 hours for like $200. Easy. Have a bunch of my friends come, my closest friends, and then Isaac is gonna be my engineer, and you all are gonna write a verse and record yourself on the song, and we're gonna make a fucking
Say
song.
Fucking
And you could
less.
rap, sing, do any. It's like you have your section on the song where you could literally write about anything. Be how much you love me, hate me, how much you love yourself, your dog, your children.
Dude, this is the
Pussy,
RuPaul. This is the
dicks.
RuPaul song challenge.
Yes.
and I have been waiting for this moment.
Yes.
As
And
someone
then-
who has an
I'm
EP,
writing in my
and I
head.
will never
Yes.
release it.
No, I'm
And-
writing in my head right now.
I feel like she might not know this, but I know you will. Remember when Odd Future did that song Oldies?
Oh, fucking classic.
And we're gonna use that beat because I feel like it's already cut up to where like there's
Yeah.
a bunch of people who could easily go in their own section of the verse. So we're gonna do that.
Or A$AP Rocky's Train, where there was no chorus. It was just verse after verse. It was
Oh.
Big Crit. It was Yellow Wolf. It was Danny Brown. It was Kendrick. It was A$AP Rocky. And it's just
I'll figure out
verse
what
after
beat.
verse after
I'll figure out what
verse.
beat. I feel like Oldies though is like an easy.
Oldies perfect.
It's like an easy beat because I know none of us are really rap. None of us.
Well,
rap. None of us rap.
That's
So-
a lie.
Can you
I have
rap?
an entire EP.
Do you fucking really?
Yeah, I'll
Do
play
you
one
rap?
of the songs for you guys afterwards, but I will not because you don't understand. Like my friend Jay, shout out Jay Battle. He's an amazing producer. Everyone
Yeah.
should look out for him. We used to just like kick it in the studio and just fuck around, and he'd be like, "Come on, get in the booth. I know you can. Just get in the booth." And I'd be like, "I don't want to," and then yeah. And he, on my birthday, I was like, hey, this is so random, but like, do you have that song that I did? And he was like, do I? And then he sent me. And then me and my friend Mike, we did a band shortly called Lazy Stripper. And we were a rap duo. Lazy Stripper, shaking that twat while she on that Twitter. I have bars. I mean, Rosetta Stone was literally the name we came up for as one of my rap names.
Well, mine's Mo Steff.
For your rap name?
So brilliant.
Mine's,
why have I never heard that before?
I'm Mo Steff.
I'm Slayla.
Can we just be a rap group called Broke Girls? Like, I'm just saying right now.
Yes.
And the album and EP is called Therapy.
Yeah.
But like, we're called Broke Girls.
I'm obsessed.
There you go. We're making an EP. Fuck a song.
What's an EP?
An EP is just like a smaller album that you just basically release to kind of like get the buzz going, and then you would like. So the best example,
like a teaser.
Yeah, like a mixtape. The best example would be Frank Ocean's like Ultra.
Ultra.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then he came out with like Channel Orange, which had like one of the songs on there. So then it's just like the jumping off point that gives you like people to pay attention to you. It's literally just a fancier way for saying a mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slayla.
That's fucking
That's
perfect.
great, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So
I picked that as my bowling name when I was like 12.
I mean,
that's my bowling name ever since. And I guess my rapper name too.
Okay, well, you're gonna rap, sing, I don't talk, whatever you want to do on this fucking track. Like, we're gonna make a song, and I'm also gonna like video record behind the scenes and create a montage and just have the song play over it and just put it up on YouTube or something.
Love.
If it's, I mean, we'll see.
No, it's happening.
Yeah.
But I can pay for that content.
Tax write-off.
I was going to say, make the fans pay for the content.
Oh, yeah. Send me a Venmo. It's fine. It'll be fun. But anyways, that's what it'll be for my birthday. So it'll be, so it'll be like a smaller group. It won't be like.
Intimate. Something intimate.
Yeah, but it'll be fun because it's just like.
Let's do it.
You know, we're all just going to be rappers for a night.
I'm into it.
Brian is probably going to be really good. Brian is actually a really good rapper.
I believe it. That's my buddy. That's my cancer buddy, bro.
Like when we do karaoke and he raps to Jay-Z, like when we do like a Jay-Z and Beyonce song, I mean, he kills it with Jay-Z. I'm like, he actually sounds like him.
So he could do a good Maya Angelou impression?
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
Do you do karaoke here?
It would be like usually my family's, but I do want to do karaoke here.
I love karaoke.
Me too. Anyways,
I was singing karaoke songs the whole way here on YouTube. It was just like karaoke
I
songs.
do that too when you're in the car. You just
Oh,
because you sing too, bitch. Okay. That's why. Because you're a good singer.
Well, we'll see about. I don't know. I do okay.
Yeah,
we'll get it back.
I'm a medium singer. I was just telling you. Yeah, I'm a medium singer. So okay, we're reading emails.
Oh yeah. I see. I forgot we were recording.
This one's called "The Love of My Life."
Cancer. We got a Cancer from Colorado. Hi guys. First off, I just want to say how grateful I am for the pod. I have been a listener for years now, and it has been such an incredible journey to see the evolution of everyone, including you, Steff.
Aww.
Thank you for creating a space where I was able to escape to when my own life felt complicated and unbearable. Okay.
That's the whole
so
point.
Let's get into it. I want to start by telling you how I met the love of my life. It was about last summer when I first met him. He came to do a bid on my mother's house. He intrigued me, and I didn't think anything of it at the time. I saw him one more time after that when we ended up building a shed for my mom in her backyard most of the day. I got to know him a little bit.
Build something with someone and you'll realize if you're meant to be together.
Use your hands, okay? I got to know him a little bit that day, and he definitely made an impression. It wasn't until 6 months later when I saw him again. You see, I had recently been assaulted, and I didn't have safe places that I felt like I could run to. However, I remember the impression he left on me, like he would protect me and it would be a safe place. So I reached out to him. He dropped everything in his life to be there for me that week. I just needed to be more comfortable defending myself, and he showed me exactly how to do that. One thing led to another, and we both fell madly in love. I mean, it likely felt like a Hallmark movie, but to this day, it feels like that. Now, I have two things that I would like to discuss with you guys because I'm having trouble navigating it myself. One is my mother does not approve of him. In fact, she hates him. Her reasoning is you're dating your dad.
Okay.
When a mom can see that, that
says something. Okay.
Yeah. I have done everything in my life for my mom's approval. Okay. Anyways, so okay, I've done everything in my life. I'm going to get my mom's approval because I thought that would be respecting her. I thought that's what respecting her meant. I never snuck out as a teen. I never drank. I was responsible. I was always home before my curfew, etc., etc. Even as an adult, I listened to her and I put her first and in the needs in her life. I went to college, which I will be graduating this spring. Whoop, whoop. I steer clear of the last guy because she knew what was best. She also told me when I was dating that guy, I was also dating my dad. Okay, patterns. Yes, I know I've deserved better than the last one, but it just shows how much she has affected my life choices. Maybe she doesn't like the men I am with now, and she is pushing me to have my own voice, but does she know what makes me actually happy? How do I make myself comfortable living the life I wanted makes me happy while continuing to disappoint my mom has seriously put the restraint on our relationship? One tiny example. If I stop by her house to say hi, to drop everything, he waits in the car. That is the pettiest shit that has become of this. Okay. On to my next point. My partner and I have been together for now about 8 months, and I have never been more in love or happier than I've ever been before. Not only do I finally realize what it feels like to be loved for me, but also makes me want to be a better version of myself. Part of this is dancing.
We were just talking about
We were just talking about this. Is so crazy.
I know. We've just talked about a lot of this.
I know.
Yeah. This happens a lot, actually. I feel
like otter is that God, guys?
Yeah, it is. Oh my God, reflection. God, she be on it.
Yeah.
I have loved dancing since I could remember. It has been such a creative space for me. One of the things that he has requested is for me to dance for him. Hot. Normally I would be so down. Oh my goodness, a spicy dance for my man. Hell yeah. But for some reason I can't do it. The way he looks at me and makes me feel so seen, I get so freaking nervous. And I don't know how to jump all over the nervousness and jump into my sexy inner femininity. Help. Please. I can't just jump his bones like I want to. I can't find myself taking the lead or making the first move because I'm so freaking nervous. I just want to be able to please my man without having to go through this mental gymnastics. Because guys, I am telling you, I have found my person. I believe that with everything inside of me. Thank you for listening, guys. For one beautiful, chaotic soul to another. Love ya. P.S. Feel free to call me if you want to help answer my questions. I would love to chat.
Call you on my way home.
There we go. So that is from Cancer from Colorado.
Well, first, I think that we'll start with the mom first. We'll start from inner issues, the top, and go to now how to become into your sexiness. Yo, fuck your mom.
Here's some advice. Fuck your mom.
But I know what it's like, and I think we've all experienced this. We want to make our parents proud.
Yeah.
But there comes to a point, and I actually had this conversation with one of my friends that I've known since junior high, and we catching up sometime last month. It was the first time we've caught up in I think a few years. So it was really catching up. And she has her whole leg tatted, and she's yeah, I have to hide it from my parents. And mind you, she's 34 years old, just like me.
Yep.
And I'm why? What are they going to do? Ground you? You're married with a mortgage and a fucking adult job. What do you even mean, And she's just I know, they're just going to be so upset. And I'm that's their problem. This is your body, your choice, how you want to live your life, that don't, fuck your mom, respectfully. So it's just one of those things I thought of instantly with this. I know what it's like to want to not upset your parents. It's more convenient because you don't want to deal maybe with their emotional reaction or whatever. At least for me, that's how I felt. And it's just now that we're adults, their reaction and their opinions is not your problem.
That part.
Well, because I saw your mom before. She's not a narcissist.
No. K-Dot is not.
And you have family members, close family members that we may suspect is narcissists.
Yeah, I'm still battling to see if they are, because I don't want to just throw that word around.
Right, I wish there was another word besides narcissist, because it feels kind of attacky, and that's not what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah,
but there's the way that I am seeing, as I imagine that this person, their mother was a narcissist, right? And so they have grown up believing to their core that their mom is always right. Right. So their mom is always right. And so as she's gotten older and mom's he's not good for you, that's when like she's going to start spiraling and be like, oh, well, mom's always right. Mom's always right. And it's like, sometimes they're just fucking not. And it's really hard to let go of that.
Yeah.
You know, and I've had situations with my parents that I've told them, like, this is the truth about me about things. And they're like, we don't approve. And at first I'm like, oh shit. Like, makes me question everything.
Yeah.
I'm questioning like myself.
Yeah.
And that's why I still like lack a little bit of confidence in certain areas because I'm questioning myself so often. And I'll like hear my mom's voice in my head, you know, subconsciously. And my parents didn't talk to me for 2 weeks when I told them that I was not monogamous with my husband a long time ago. And they didn't talk to us for 2 weeks. And I was talking to my mom every day. And I set this boundary essentially where I'm like, this is my life. I was 32 at the time. What I'm doing doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt anybody around me.
That's my point. I always say that too. Yeah.
And it makes me happy. And so if you are going to judge that, like, I hate that for you. That you're going to have to like not.
That's how you have to figure out how to live with it.
Yeah. You're not going to be happy. And like, if mom's not happy, I'm like, how do I fix this?
Yeah.
How do I fix this?
You're like, it's not your problem.
No.
Yep.
No. And then eventually she reached out and she had to learn that I wasn't going to succumb to like what she wanted for me.
Yeah.
And that was a hard pill to swallow. And I still do that sometimes.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm like, hey mom, like this is what I'm doing. This is who I am. And she'll be like, oh, I don't want to hear about that. And I go, thank you for your boundary. I won't mention that topic then.
For sure.
So we've both been learning kind of like the boundaries. But I imagine this listener is, because I think you're like, oh, well, let's start with this and then go to the outskirts. I think it all has to do with her mom. All
1,000%.
right?
Yeah.
And so when she's like trying to
I'm
get
at the outskirts to like being sexy. It's like, okay, but it's like the inner thing with the mom though.
Yeah.
Right? It's like,
and it all kind of starts.
And they go kind of.
Because like getting sexy in front of someone new is kind of like scary anyway. Because you're like, don't judge me, or like, what if I look silly, or like whatever. But then you have this disapproval of mom being like, he's not the one. And I'm like, it's hard to kind of get in the zone when mom's screaming at you.
Yeah.
You know? Like, bless your heart, honey.
Yeah, no, that's hard because it's like, yeah, you always hear, it's the voice, right, that you hear in your head, and it's like your mom's voice always saying like what's right and what's wrong, and then like trying to approve that. But also like maybe also think too, because she's like, oh, he's just like your dad, like stay away. Yeah, sometimes moms know, right? Like sometimes the mom could clock because they obviously have more experience, more knowledge, but it's also like, but dude, like allow your daughter to experience what it's like to date someone like her father. You know, how is she going to heal from something or try to do better if she's just like doesn't know what that is? It's just like trying to avoid something, but the next guy's always going to be, you know what I mean? She's still attracting the same thing because she's not facing something.
Yeah.
Right? You should allow your daughter, whoever, to like go and live and make those mistakes. And it's okay to like, I think it's fine that like, her mom said something and was like, actually, I don't approve. Like, I think it's okay to say something. But to like shame you and also be like, I don't want him around or whatever, is like, that's like different. It's like, okay, you don't need to make the energy weird. You could just be like, low key, I don't really like your man because he's probably problematic. I'm raising these red flags for you, but like gonna support you anyway.
But him being in the car, that's weird.
That's weird.
Come on, just let him be in the living room and you guys can go talk at the kitchen. Like, he doesn't have to wait in the car.
Still be respectful and say hi to this person and not make this person feel so uncomfortable. Like, this is probably, obviously your daughter really cares about this person. Like, allow it. As long as he's not like actually hurting her, she's not in danger, then like don't step in. Like, let her live her life. And I think, you know, homegirl, the daughter that wrote us, like, I think it just, remember that when you decide to like make these decisions and to move forward with the relationship, like, this is my life. Your mom doesn't have to be in a relationship with him.
Yeah.
And it also makes me think like, did your mom just not heal from the relationship with your father that she's now like projecting that onto you?
Yeah.
Like, that's not fair, you know? So fuck your mom.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
And also like it's you know, that age old thing where it's you have to kind of teach people how to treat you, and this is an opportunity to teach her mom how to treat you. So if it's like, if you're going to invite me to Thanksgiving dinner, you can absolutely assume I'm going to be bringing homeboy, and if you're not okay with that, then don't invite me.
Yeah.
Or homeboy's at, you know, they're at her apartment and mom's like, I'm going to stop by. Okay, cool, homeboy's here. Well, I can't. Then come back another time.
That's your problem. Yeah, exactly. And I think that like we're all adults now, and parents do this thing, and you're a mom, so, and I know your kids are young, but like you know, you raise them and you're essentially to be adults. And then I feel like sometimes parents have this thing of like when they get to adult phase, they don't know how to stop parenting and just be supportive, you know? So they do this thing where they like they try to teach you a lesson as if you were 12 years old, but it's like, no, this is a 30-something-year-old with a mortgage. Like, you know, you kind of have to approach this differently than you would have back in the day, you know?
Well, narcissism's like control, and when they can no longer control you, they try to find like every tiny little inch.
But I feel like it happens even if it's non-narcissistic too. Like, I feel like it could happen in different, like I've seen it happen in different ways where it's like, you know, like if I'm thinking about it, like it's the codependency, right? Like,
or like earlier I was saying, like not giving them the dignity to fail.
Right.
Like you don't want them to hurt.
So you get scared. Yeah.
So you're like, do it this way because I don't want you to hurt. Yeah. But then we don't learn the lesson that is like, that's a part of life. Like living life isn't about being happy. Fuck that. It's about feeling every emotion possible and then like working through that emotion. And so being heartbroken is a good thing. Yeah. Getting hurt is a good thing. Waking up in ditches is a good thing. You know, like if I'm not going to hit my bottom, then like I'm not going to.
How are you going to get back up?
Right.
So it's like sometimes you got to let them like.
Yeah.
What is that? Girls let them, which is also kind of problematic, but. The Mel Robbins, let them.
Yeah, just let them.
Yeah, which you know. I don't know if I always with that theory, but like in the situation, let them like live life and fail and like get through it, you know?
Yeah.
Or else how do you build resilience?
And
character?
And
also, how do you become funny?
Literally.
You know?
Literally.
How do you have a personality, guys? How do we all have personalities?
Because fucked up shit happened to us as kids.
Right. And like that's why we're able to make light of situations and fucking, you know, like you gotta fucking live character development.
Yeah.
It's good for the plot.
Do it for the plot.
Do it for the fucking
But also
plot.
like I was telling you earlier, open your notes app and write down your boundaries regarding this situation. So with mom, what are my boundaries going to be with mom? Specific. Because moms like that, they're like, oh, well, you said it was like specific boundaries. Like, don't talk about him. Don't mention him to me. I'm not going to talk about it, right? So it's like setting those boundaries and then presenting them to her is what I have had to do with lots of people in my life.
Yeah.
And so when they do inevitably break that boundary, I have permission to be mad at them. Right. So they can't be mad at me for being mad at them.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
I think even like, I mean, for my mom, I've talked openly about like the complications of our relationships, but right now it's like we've actually been vibing really well. And I think like the boundaries is a big thing, but I didn't tell her what those boundaries are. We really don't want to make it feel like controlling in the situation because she does have a little bit of like controlness there, but more so just kind of like navigating the conversations. Like for me, for instance, like my biggest boundary is that, I think it helps the distance. Like she lives in a different state. I like that. I don't think I could. That's why I'm not moving to fucking Texas. You know what I mean? For plenty of reasons, but especially for that reason is like, I need to have my life here because that's my boundary and that's what makes me happy. And then 2, it's also, I don't talk about like religion and stuff with her. Like there's just certain topics I don't go there. If I'm feeling petty, I might, but like most of the time,
stir the pot.
Like, you know, I have my moods.
Yeah,
I have my motherfucking moods.
You are craving a spicy hot Cheeto.
I feel like talking shit. I'm going to go there. But that's a boundary that I choose to close. But then I have to have that conversation myself. Like, so can I go there or not?
Well, you have a boundary, but she doesn't know about it.
Yes. But I'm telling myself these boundaries. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, don't talk about religion. Don't talk about these things because you know you're going to get upset stuff. So don't talk about it. Or if she brings it up, steer the conversation. Because if I tell her, let's not talk about religion, she'd be like, why? God's going to da-da-da. And then it makes it even more intense. And it makes it more.
That's when you hang up. Like I said, I wasn't going to talk about this. I love you so much. I'm not mad at you, but I have to stick to this boundary.
Yeah, but I feel like it makes it feel like a bigger deal.
It will be. That's the thing. Yeah. It will be a bigger deal in the beginning because that's how they get you. Yeah. The chaos and the discomfort and because they're very comfortable in the discomfort, right? Like, and so are we. Yeah. But it's when you just kind of call their bluff a little bit and you're like, yeah, that's.
But the thing is though, like, because we've had plenty of conversations. Like, she knows where I stand. She like, it's not this thing where it's like it's this unknown. Like, she knows where. Like, it's very clear. I don't want to bring it up because it creates more of this like, taboo-ness of it that I'm just like, I don't want to apply pressure to that, or else it's going to make it even a bigger thing, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to protect my mental health with that and my relationship with my mom, that I'm like, I don't want to, if anything, apply pressure to that thing. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that works for certain things, right? Like, I think.
Well, how often is she talking about religion with you?
I mean, she could talk about it every day, she's that type. Like,
with you, how often does she talk about it?
Now she doesn't. She doesn't even bring it up.
She doesn't.
She knows where I stand.
Okay, that's good.
And we're able to have conversations that don't like revolve around that. So that's why it's like, for in this scenario, because I think yours is like a great advice for like some situations, but I think there's like, in this situation, I feel like I made the choice not to be like, hey, let's not do this, unless I have to, unless it's like, this is bad and I have to put down my foot 1000%. But if it's like, if I could apply, like, and shift the conversation to something else, and then, you know what I mean? Or like, she knows where I stand already, so why bring it up?
Okay,
you know?
So you brought up a really interesting point when you were like, I wish there was another word than narcissist.
Yeah.
And not to like get all philosophical of like the whole, like, if a tree falls in a forest, doesn't make a sound. But if someone doesn't know there's a boundary made, can we even call it a boundary anymore? Because if anything, I feel like what you're kind of describing is great in the boundaries. And I mean, not to like project, but I also feel like I'm hearing you, and it's like, that's also a very first gen kind of situation too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of like talking to immigrant family parents and like just
they don't
being,
think like,
and then hearing these like
yeah.
these like buzzwords, they're like, what the fuck?
They don't think like that.
Yeah. So it's like hard to, and especially when religion was used as the thing that like got you through hardships, and then you have a kid that's kind of being like, okay, and it's like, but I did this for you. It's like difficult, but
it's two different countries, two different cultures.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't talk to her like an American mom.
Yeah.
You know, or like a more newer generation mother. You know what I mean? If she was a millennial mom, maybe, and I was Gen Z or Gen A, like, it maybe would make more sense. But she's older, different time, different country. The thing, it's different approach.
Like, my mom is very much like, my mom is like, I'm like, here are my boundaries, mom.
Yeah.
And she's like, cool. Everyone has seen K-Dot. Like, that is my mom.
Yeah.
When my dad, I have what I call subscriptions. It's like, me and him subscribe to these conversations. He will not subscribe to any of this, right? Religion sometimes is that. Not that he's like Steff's mom, but just in the sense that like he calls himself a retired Catholic for a reason. You know what I mean? He's like, I don't want to fucking talk about that. And even when I try to talk about like spirituality, he's like, nope. That's the shit. My people told me I was a terrible human being because I was an Irish Catholic. I'm not fucking touching. He gets very, and I'm like, ooh, okay, so we are unsubscribing from that topic, right?
Good for him though, for being like, this isn't my thing.
And it's not his thing. He would never say it because he's a man. But I picked up on it to be like, these are not. And then I feel like when you try to set boundaries with someone who is like, what is a boundary? I don't understand boundaries. And they're still like, it's just more of the sense that it's like, I have certain friends that I talk about certain things with. And so it's
and they don't get that.
And they don't, and it's not, it feels like it's my personal boundaries. And that's the whole thing. Is it a boundary if no one knows it exists?
Right.
It only exists to me. So it's like a guardrail, I think, is maybe the better term.
Well, I guess that would be considered an agreement, right? So it's like I was saying earlier, like my individual boundary is this, and then let's have an agreement that we're not going to talk about religion.
Right.
So it's like those are different things.
And then it's just kind of, I think, slowly discovered over time that like, oh yeah, we just don't talk about that. We don't talk about Bruno and we don't talk about religion, right? Like it's just, Steff's mom is not talking about it because she's kind of picked up on the fact that like, Steph doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
and then you shift the conversation. And so to her, it's like, because if I say, especially because religion for her is like, there's no thinking outside the box. It just is just stapled into what that is. It's like she's in it. There's no critical thinking, questioning it. It is what it is. And so it's to have that boundary to be like, hey, I don't want to subscribe to what you're saying, but also don't want to talk to you about it. It just makes it like even more of this like separation, you know what I mean? Versus it being like, okay, she knows where I stand. Yes. But like and I talk about it, she shifts it, cool. And we could also talk about other things. And these other conversations are super great. So let's live here, Because I think it's like, it's a hard thing for someone who things like that, to have that kind of like really cutthroat, like, don't bring that up, you know?
Well, let me ask, when she's talking to you about religion, is she like, this is what God did for me today, and like she's like talking about it like that, or is she like, you need to find God in your heart, or like, what is it?
I mean, she could talk about God to her, like, be like, yeah, God, you know, that's fine, because that's her experience in her world, like, if that's her relationship. And what I don't like is when she's like, you need to, like, that's when I'm like, I shift the conversation, or I leave the conversation, or I shut down the conversation and be like, that's what you believe in.
Yeah.
We're moving. You know.
Got it.
Thank you and good night.
Yeah, because I've been in conversations where I try to be like, no, and I'm like yelling at her, and I'm like, it gets me nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I think it gives maybe a little bit of peace of mind to her to be like, okay, she could express it to me, but I'm not going to engage in it, you know, versus being like, don't even bring it up. Like, it just feels more like you're going against it even more. You know what I mean? I don't know. It feels a little bit more like.
Well, it's more of her like identity more than like just a.
Yeah.
Well, because. Yeah.
We'll make her, I don't want her to feel like judged by her identity and her belief, you know? Yeah. That makes it feel like I'm attacking her character.
Right.
Versus just being like, hey, I see you, but like.
And I feel like with that, with Cancer from Colorado, that's like something I think she should try to figure out is this something that my mom would immediately put her guardrails up if I'm like, hey, I don't like that you don't like, I'm going to continuously date this guy. Like, how do you wait until your mom brings up the subject, or, you know what I mean? Or do you, like, you know, you wait for her to bring it up and you go, well, thank you for attending this TED Talk that I'm about to give. Or do you want to bring it up? Like, what you just, I think that's what it is.
That awkwardness of like, when is it? Because it's like, oh, let's get lunch. And then like, that's the whole, like the event. It's like, you don't want to make it an event.
You don't want to make it an event, but it's going to be brought up, right?
But also you don't want to do it just in passing because this is important.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, it's a weird line.
Yeah. So I mean, I think for me, if I was in this situation, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, let's grab dinner and like whatever. I think it would just be like, I'd probably bring something up with him that's casual. Like, oh, I saw so-and-so today. We did this. Because I already know she's going to have her opinion. So I'm opening the gates to that. And I understand that's what I'm doing. And then mom is going to say something. And then I'd be like, you know what? And I would listen. I would listen to what she has to say, take it into consideration, and be like, mom, like, thank you. Like, I love you for looking out for me, and like, maybe you're right and maybe you're wrong. I was like, but this is my life, and like, I want to be able to live it out and to see it through and to learn the lessons that I needed to learn. Yeah. You know, and be like, and all I need from you is just to be there for me. Like, I don't, you know, like, I'm at this age now where I kind of have to make these decisions and fall on my face and make mistakes and learn from it.
And if she's willing to hear out, you'd be like, mom, what exactly does this remind you of dad? Like, how is he dad?
And then therapize her a little bit and be like, what was your relationship like with dad? Why do you feel like he reminds you of that? Yeah. And like, why do you think, and maybe talk about like what you have in common and why you attract guys like dad, you know? Like, I think there's maybe something there that you could probably relate on. Yeah. You know? And so I think like, I would do that too, just being like, well, why do you feel that way? And like, kind of get to know your parent a little bit more. I did that with my dad a few weeks ago where, you know, I was kind of talking about the abandonment thing with him and like our relationship with him as a dad, but I was also like, what was your relationship with your dad like? And then I was able to like, there's similarities here. Do you see that generational trauma is real? Because he was down here. Well, you know, do you see now why you what?
My parents don't believe in that either.
Yeah, my parents like, that's not real. That's not real. And then
I explained it to my dad and he was like, oh, my bad. He was like, I get it.
And then when I was like, but how was, and then we talked it through and I was like, did you know you did that to me too? And he's like, oh, but I didn't label it generational trauma. I was just kind of like, see,
and I'll sit.
It's passed down.
Yeah.
Genetics. You learn from your parents.
Yeah.
So I think something that you could like empathize with. If I was homegirl, I would empathize my mom with and try to, hear her out and like leave room for them to be human.
Yeah, and she has an opportunity to break a big cycle.
Yeah. And we'll see where that comes from.
That's hot.
What a gift.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's tight.
Yeah.
I love that. I will say also the dancing element of it all.
Yes.
I feel like, because I want to talk about my favorite subject. I think just go out dancing with your man first in public and just kind of like feel up on him and just feel really sexy.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing in the entire world is
have a shot of tequila if you drink.
Right. And
nothing
then,
crazy, just a little bit.
Just a little lubrication.
Yeah, a little bit loosey-goosey.
Yeah, a little loosey-goosey. And then just, what I like to call like close your eyes and get lost in the music. Pretend that, it's Dirty Dancing Havana Nights. Like just, grind on your man, see how it feels. And then what I would also say is, and this is a trick that I did with a guy who was not, like, he was dealing with a lot of sexual trauma in himself, and like we were trying to work it out when we were like first dating, is go to a strip club with your partner. And
yes, that's a good one.
Kind of tell the girl what you would like her to do, and like see what it is, or just not even have to do a private room. Just like look, and then just like look at him and be like, what did you like? Like, what would you want? Is this? And then understand.
Or watch porn together.
You
don't want to go to a strip club.
Yes, strip club, porn, watch a good stripping thing. And I feel like that, try to get into that. Also, I feel like mutual masturbation is a really great way.
Fun.
I love masturbating
mutual masturbation. Yes. I think that's so fun. I'm huge into vibes.
Right.
The vibe lights. I have 2 in my car at all times. I have them in my car right now.
Music.
I bring my vibe lights.
Makes me feel
sexy. And then get yourself turned on by yourself first.
Yeah.
So maybe
Which
he's
probably
working.
is the hardest. That's probably what the issue is.
It can be hard, but I'll put on 2 feet. And I wear my favorite lingerie, and I'm lighting candles, and the vibes are right, and it's good. And then I'll have my husband come in back in the day when I was still nervous about it. I'd put a blindfold on him, so I could still dance and feel myself.
The blindfold and have him like.
But he's not. Good idea. I'm not like, I'm being watched. What do I look like? What is this like? And then over time, it would go up a little bit.
That's such good advice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
Oh yeah, okay.
Also, Carmen Electra striptease videos from the late 90s. Do you remember that?
Oh, it's the reason why Prince dated her. I gotta say, hot.
I still use those moves from when I was 9 years old.
I was gonna say the slapping the floor. She is the slap on the floor, butterfly leg open, hair spin, crawl up, arch your body like your dollar sign, put the wet in silhouette type girly.
Yeah, I was in 4th grade. Like,
I've never seen this,
dude. It was the most amazing thing. And MTV used to put them on, and then they got rid of all the great stuff.
Rip. Yeah.
Anyways, so sorry.
No, wow, that's so fun. I mean, I was so sheltered, so like that wouldn't have even like
intruders, I
or
guess.
YouTube lap dances. How to give a lap dance. Go on YouTube.
There's resources
and practice and look in the mirror and like.
I like the blindfold thing because I think there is a sense of like. It seems like shame, right? That's happening where she's maybe hearing her mom's voice, or she's, that's what kind of gets her to be uncomfortable with her body, to tap into that. So I think there's a sense of like, if the music's on, that helps to kind of take away like a little bit of the distraction, because you could listen to the lyrics, put music that like makes you feel sexy with the lyrics. For me, that's and then the blindfoldness, I think that would be like, and then to slowly just practice. Like maybe one day he's completely blindfold. Maybe some days you'll do a little peek, and then maybe one day then you could take it all off, and then you're fucking rah, and so you know what I mean? Like I think that's great advice. I think that for like, I don't know, like I feel like I could see if I was in that situation to do that.
I also like my husband will and both of us do this. We go back and forth. I told you this before. This is especially good for me, as I will scroll on my phone while my husband's going down on me, and I am not like, does this feel good? Am I gonna come? Okay, let me get myself there. I'm gonna come, and so I'm not listening or feeling any of the sensations because I'm in my head, and that's not sexy. And so I will scroll on my phone on like TikTok or Instagram, and I can't help but feel the sensations.
Yeah.
And then we'll switch where my husband's scrolling. He's on Reddit primarily, and I will be giving him a blowjob, and he's like, "Oh God, like this feels so good," because I'm not like focused on it.
Oh,
what the?
I know. I tried to like
That's
do that the other day. I was trying to be like a lazy pussy because I thought of you.
Lazy stripper.
Lazy stripper.
I tried to do the lazy pussy, and I thought of you.
Yeah,
lazy pussy. That's hot. Okay,
but I did because like it was like one morning, and like Brian was really horny, and I was like, I felt really, I don't know what I did the day before, but I think maybe it was just like a bad day or a week, whatever. But I was just like, but I wanted to give him pussy. But sometimes you're just like, I'm fucking exhausted. Like I still want my eyes closed, but like use my hole, you know?
Roll
like,
me over when you're done.
Right. And so I was literally just like, at first I rejected him, but and then I went back and I was like, actually, like, I'll just close my eyes. You can just do it. Like, it's fine. You know, I can still sleep. Like, just do your thing. And he was just like, I'm not doing that.
He didn't want to do it?
No. And I was just like, I just allowed you to just freehole it. Like, I was going to just like still sleep.
Well,
you know?
make it sexy. You're like, pretend I'm a fuck doll. Like, so make it sexy.
I should have. But I was like so tired.
Just
I wasn't
use
thinking.
me.
I was just literally like, use the whole thing.
I mean, I'm not gonna
I wasn't
lie.
thinking like, how do I make this sexy? I was so tired. I couldn't get creative. You know?
No. Weirdly
You're not.
enough, I don't.
Yeah, you're not
respect
like
it.
me and Layla. Me and Layla are a little bit like that.
I was had just finished having a fling with a guy who his thing was call another man and tell him what I'm doing and how you wish it was the guy
like,
that
while
I'm on
he's
the phone
doing
with.
it to you.
While
I
he's
love that.
fucking
I
me.
would totally
live
While
for
we're
it.
going down everything.
I love it. The cuck and me and Layla.
I know,
like,
we're so cucky. Wait, were you disgusted?
Not disgusted. I mean, I did it. I was down.
Oh, you did it?
So you called somebody and said while you were getting fucked?
Like,
yeah,
I'm getting
it's
fucked
so
right now. I wish
funny.
it was you.
Roseanne.
I know, it was so funny because for a hot second.
This is where you log off.
I know. Well, no, she always stays
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is where
that's
she just hits the space bar and goes, Charles, don't walk in the room. Or she puts her headphones in.
Yeah.
But no, I at first was like, well, because he was going down and then he like stopped and he was like, call someone. And I was like, who? And he was
That's
like,
hot.
he was like,
No,
call.
literally, I just like got hot.
He was like, who do you wish you be? And I was like, I'm here. Like, I want to be present. Like, I feel like me and Brian like are kind of in that way where it's like, I want to be with this person.
Thing, but it's
you
like
know?
art, my thing.
And so he was like, who do you want? But what was even crazier was trying to find someone to answer. The first time it was like a huge fail because I couldn't find anyone to. It was 2 o'clock in the morning.
And he's like, she's like calling her DoorDasher from last night.
Straight up. I mean, I was calling dudes that I haven't hooked up in like years that were like,
that's
what's
also kind
up?
of weird because like, I mean, it's like, it's hot on this end, right? But to be on the receiving end getting it, I'd be like, what's going on?
Okay.
I'd be so confused. I'm like, are you prank calling me right now?
Well, and then I finally was able to get a guy on the phone and this was like a week later, like because like I'm gonna call this man, I'm gonna call him Zachary. So Zach, the guy who was like really into this, Zach was just like, call someone. I finally was able to get someone on the phone. I was able to get the fucking mechanic on the phone who I haven't talked to or hooked up with in like 7 years, like a very long fucking time. So he was like, I'm just excited you called me. Like, he got really pumped.
He's like, pussy's on the line.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God. And so, but then when I told him what was happening, he was like, oh. And I was like, but no, it's okay. He wants me to tell you how I wish I was fucking you instead. And then he was like, oh. And then
I have to go fuck him because now he's turned on by you fucking,
So then it was like, it became a thing. And then it was like, and that's
fucking.
the thing that irritated me is then the mechanic was like, wouldn't stop texting me. And I was just like, bro, it was just for the moment. So then I told Zach, I was like, Zach, this was a bit. Like, I don't know if we can keep doing this. Like, and so that's kind of like what it became where I was like, I mean, I gotta like plan this, I guess now. So then it just became this thing like where, you know, Zach, he's a very sweet gentleman, but it was just like not lining up because it was just like I had to schedule it. And I feel like it weirdly enough, it put me too much in my head. I think
because you're writing, you're getting into, you're thinking of the story. You're now in your like producer brain.
I am in my producer brain, and I'm not. I think because I am all about the person in front of me.
And you're able to focus during sex and like
1,000%.
Oh my God, I'm thinking about what's in my Instacart right now.
Sex is the one time I can actually not. And literally I had to explain this. You know, I was explaining it to Mississippi and like sex is the one time I don't think. Sex and dancing. 2 times I make are the only 2 times I've ever allowed myself to feel beautiful and sexy, and the 2 times I just let my brain let go.
That's what I'm thinking the most is when I'm dancing and having sex.
No. For me, it's
when I'm dancing, I'm not thinking about it. Like I could feel that, but when I'm fucking, I'm thinking it's all mental. I have to create this like fantasy world. Like horny stuff is like a different person. It's like I have to tap into like this different character. Yeah, it's like I feel like I'm always have to think of like a situation that's happening. You know what I mean? Like in Vegas, and we find someone at the club and have a threesome or something. You know what I mean? Like there's like a story that's happening while like why we're fucking.
Do you have to focus and concentrate to come?
No, I come pretty easily with Brian.
Oh yeah, I remember.
If anything, I come too quick. So I'm like focusing on making sure that I'm not coming too quick. Because once I come, the story's over at the end.
Yeah,
and then Brian's still like horny, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I gotta blow you now.
Yeah,
grow up.
Yeah,
yeah. Do you have to concentrate?
No. Because I feel like
you're in there. You're in the moment versus like out of the moment.
Yeah, and I don't want people to think that it's like I'm 1000% like a Samantha where I can just like do it. Like I do think that I feel like weirdly I'm so good at making things dark, but like after my rape, I feel like I was in my head for a hot second, and that's why I dated someone for 3.5 years, is because I thought, girls with boyfriends don't get raped. That was my logic. But in that relationship, I feel like that was actually really nice, because we I was like basically like, I'm trying to enjoy sex again, and he was like, okay, and then it was just that.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it did heal in other ways. But yeah,
the safetiness of sex.
The safetiness of sex. Because, I was just mad because I loved rough sex, and then I had a guy try to ruin it for me. And I was like, you ain't gonna take that from me,
Yeah.
So there was I feel like a moment where it was hard for me to concentrate to come. But like before that, it was really, because my thing was when I was fucking and having sex, it was like, I don't care if he comes. Like it was 1000% me. If I didn't, I would roll over and finish myself off.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So no, but I feel like what I hate though is that if I come like in a foreplay and then he wants to have sex, that sometimes is the disconnect though, because then I'm like, oh, I'm thinking. But then when we start, I have to like take a moment and be like, give me like 10 seconds
give me more
to get
foreplay.
like, yes, give me a little more foreplay, and then we'll get into the fun stuff.
Do you like foreplay?
Yeah.
I don't like foreplay.
I need foreplay.
Stick it in.
I used to not like it.
Yeah.
I used to not like foreplay.
What changed?
But because I realized that that's what I needed.
Whoa. Okay, what made you realize that though?
When we just started doing it more, and then I was like, oh, this is fun. Like I just realized, I was like, oh, I need that. Like and it's not even just like foreplay, like blowjob, stick your dick in. Like it's like it's conversation, it's the laughs, it's the build up.
See, that's what my husband needs too, and he's always telling me that. And
because I'm not gonna just get horny and then just like let's do a little quickie or something.
I'm so in my head all the time that even when my husband starts like being nice to me, I'm like, okay, do I want to have sex? How do I feel?
Me too.
Did I shower?
Yes.
Do I feel good? How do I want? And then I start doing that, and so that's why I tell him, I'm like, put something inside of my body. It can be your fingers, it can be your dick, but just come up from behind me and put something inside me to remind me.
Yet, though.
This does feel good. Okay, and then now we can kind of like begin more foreplay, but
you
like
have to go there and then come back.
Yes,
it's like reverse play.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Sick. Yeah,
I love that. Reverse play. Okay,
like
cool,
put it in me first. Remind me that feels good, and then we'll
back it up.
Yeah, because I forget sex feels good because I will think
like
that
a U-turn.
Yeah,
you go to the wrong street, U-turn, and then go that way.
Yeah, I forget it feels good, and it can feel like a chore or like an obligation to me.
Yes.
I'm like
someone who's also in a serious relationship. Yes.
Yeah. So someone could be like, "Oh, do you want to go play tennis?" And I'm like, "I don't really feel like it." Like that's how I see sex.
Yeah.
It's like tennis. And I'm like, I don't really want to.
Yeah. So that's why I need the foreplay though, because I need the slow build up. I need the connection. Because that's what gets me to be horny. That's why I feel like I could probably direct porn, is because I could, or even at and it goes with my demisexuality. I don't just see a naked body or see people have sex or even watch porn and be like, okay, I'm horny. That does absolutely fucking nothing, to me at all. I could feel whatever, but connection and flirting and making each other laugh, and then also building a story. Imagine if I was this. I think that's why the cucking thing is hot, because it's it's going into even though I've never seen him do it, but it's the story of it, It's oh,
cucking is literally the only thing that makes me horny. I'm never horny.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of like the story. The story's always some sort of cucking situation.
Yes. I need a good cuck.
You. Yeah.
Like I need him to be I need him to be dating somebody. I need him to be like having a sexual experience with somebody. Like because like I think I'm like really ego driven. And so when I like to prove myself to him.
Oh.
And so it's like, oh, you thought that was good? Watch this.
That's hot. That's hot. Okay, I get that. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, she gave a really good blowjob. I was like,
oh my hair. Hold this.
Yeah. It's
okay,
like not that. I don't feel that though. That doesn't get like that for me. It's more so just like, it's more so I think because it's like bad. You know, and I think that comes into like
taboo.
Yeah. Like, I think that goes into like the shame that I have because of with sex and everything. And so it's like using it now in a way that's like, oh, that's like naughty. Like, that's like, you shouldn't. That's bad, you know? So versus being like, I'm better than her. Like, it's not like this competitiveness. And I think it's a little bit of that compersion of just like, I want to see you enjoy somebody else.
Yes, there's absolutely
like that's really like, how cool is it that you enjoyed something that wasn't me?
Yeah.
And then now we could share that together and do it together.
Yes.
You know, like that's like hot.
Yeah.
Wait, that's like really sweet though. But like I feel like the two sides of the cuckold chart and then the Venn diagram is just like the shared moment of these two things. Wow, this is fascinating. I love this.
Yeah. It's like,
cuck off, ladies.
Cuck off. When you think about it, it's like, oh, that's, I can never get, you know, but like, but there's something actually very romantic that brings us to even closer together. And you wouldn't think that ever, like just hearing about it. But it's like something about it, like you share this moment of like, and then I'm like, yeah, kiss her like you like kiss me like you kissed her, and then like experience.
What positions were you in? Where did you come? Put me in that position. Think about her while you're fucking me.
Yes. And then now we have that shared experience, like we did it together with someone else or just that. Whatever.
So we're not left out at all. In fact,
no, like, we're in it more so. If anything, even more in it. Like we're more in the like. Yeah. You know,
it's not an experience that we're having, but like it's still an experience that we're.
Yeah. Because I still feel like yeah, especially when it's like do it like to me now, you know.
Okay,
so it's like, but I feel like it has to, for me personally, it has to be in a place of safety. Like I trust Brian with I could not have done this with any of my exes. I like didn't even think this would ever be something that would be hot. Yeah. This like thing has never even crossed my mind before. But like when you get to like a level of comfort with someone, it like unlocks more things. And you're like, whoa.
We have like a good foundation. You know, he's not gonna leave you.
Exactly.
Like there's
I'm not worried about I'm not worried about it. I'm like, I get to like tap into this different world where I'm not worried about these things that would normally get me anxious.
Like, I'm wondering if I would still feel this way, like with a new romantic partner, like I didn't have a foundation with, would I still like to be the cuck in it? And I thought about it for 0.02 seconds and I would.
Okay. You're like, this is my flavor.
Yeah. But maybe it's because it's less about, because it's like you're more comfortable with yourself. Maybe you've like, you don't, like who cares if.
Well, maybe because like I have a primary, and I have someone that I have that foundation with, so I'm not going to lose my everything because I already have my everything.
And that's what you found your foundation.
I found my foundation. So like,
oh, that's really beautiful.
Yeah. And not saying that like, because even if you found your foundation, it doesn't mean that like if you're not into it, something's wrong with your relationship. Totally. It's just like
it's a kink, and like
it's just a kink. Yeah,
it's a very common kink, for women too, like to be a cuck, but like no one talks about it. And the more I started talking to my friends about it, they're like
that's hot.
Me too.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like once you talk, you're like, wait, I think that's hot too. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
I live for it.
I love it. But going back to homegirl dancing. And then feeling sexy. Okay, we answered those questions. Is there anything else?
We did.
Yeah, we answered
I feel like we nailed it.
Oh, well, plug yourself.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know how to plug myself anymore because, like, I don't know if we're doing our podcast anymore. But I still check DMs.
I was about to say.
I do check DMs. Is it the Unmasked Project or it's Unmasked_project? Whatever. But I do look at DMs. I answer DMs. Yeah. We're in a little bit of like a transitional phase right now, but I answer all my DMs.
Yeah, you're still in the pod world. There's plenty of episodes for them to listen to and support. So if they want to hear about it all. So yeah, anyways.
At Rose_Etta Stone. That's my Instagram and my Venmo.
And you already know what it is. Follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to brocotherapy.com. All that shit is there. Broco Therapy. Growth therapy.